It's Richard Greer here. We're catching up with Oscar at the front runner, and we're talking about packs, running packs, vests.
Yeah, we've moved on from packs.
The details that I need to know, and I want to know more about these. Yeah. What do I need? So we've got a few different brands going on. Do you want to talk us through some pros and cons, good things to look for in running vests?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I sort of said, we've come a long way since the day of taking a backpack out in the hills, and they've got pretty technical with some pretty technical fabrics and pockets and all sorts of things. So we carry three major brands in the shop. So we do an Ultra Aspire, Salomon, and then Ultimate Direction.
Right.
So what we're really liking from all these brands is they're athlete designed. Yeah, so they've basically, all these companies got athletes on board, and they've started designing vests for people to go out running. So if you're thinking you're going to be doing some sort of event, coast to coast, Kepler, Root Burn, Spring Challenge, all those types of things, then you're going to have to start looking at some sort of vest.
Yep.
Our advice is to figure out what you want to do, what you want to do across the next couple of years, and figure out how big you need this pack to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a vest and a pack? Why a pack? Why a vest versus a pack?
I have absolutely no idea. Yeah. So the vest is basically what they've done is they've sort of said, So
yep.
let's take the big water bladder out of the back and let's put it on the front.
Okay.
And I think that's where the vest came about. So they've sort of said these are now shaped like a vest rather than just a backpack, and you've got stuff that you're accessible on the front to help you go faster.
So accessible on the front, but also that must help in terms of just weight distribution, so you're not over like that when you're running.
So what we've found is that there's less bounce. People are finding them more enjoyable to wear, and you can pack it nicer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, good stuff. Okay, so what are the key things we should be looking for when we're looking for one of these?
So fit is like anything else. How does it fit in my body? Everyone's different shapes. All these brands have different measurements across the chest and the hips and all that kind of stuff.
So they're kind of like almost wearing a singlet in a way.
To some degree, and they all come in small, medium, and large, extra small, that kind of stuff. So really is crucial that you come down and have a chat to us. Also, then how big the pack is in terms of the literage that you can get into it. So they start at sort of 2 litres for a basic pack to take out in the hills for 2 hours, and they go all the way up to 25 litres. Okay. Ultimate Direction have some big ones for fast hike, 1 day sort of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So what are some key features amongst these?
So key features, most of them now are using some sort of bottle system in the front, and then some sort of nutritional system in the front as well. So soft bottle, hard bottles, they're all contoured slightly differently. They're different sort of shapes to make it nicer on the body. And then obviously in the pack they've got bungees, they've got places for your poles, for your jackets to get out easy, so you don't have to stop, all that sort of stuff. Yep. So again, it's really event focused and what type of athlete you are and what events you want to do, if they're run, if they're multi-sport, and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Could you talk us through the differences between these three brands and what they offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Ultra Aspire, obviously athlete based as well, so 2 bottles in the front, heaps of nutrition there as well, and then everything packed nice and neat in the back. They've got the pole system and all your bungees, and then quick pockets for the gear you want to get in and out and not necessarily have to stop. So again, fits really nice across the top, sits pretty high on the shoulders, and really hugged under the rib cage. Okay. Salomon we found to be quite a neater fit. They're making some really nice and really expensive packs. They're seam sealed, they've got hardly any stitching, they're all flat laced. It's all about speed. Yeah, it's really fast athlete driven. They're incredibly lightweight and incredibly comfortable to have on. Probably not something robust enough to take over coast to coast.
So that looks pretty slim, eh? There's not much to that.
Yeah, so I think that pack this is about 8 litres all up, and so it's really for something, if you wanted to run Kepler as fast as you could, and you just wanted the minimum amount of space to get the maximum amount of gear in there.
Yeah. 8 litres, I don't know where they put 8 litres, but that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Okay.
And then probably our biggest selling pack range is the Ultimate Direction, mainly because they do 5 key packs, 2 women specific and then 3 unisex. They go from a 7 litre to a 11 litre to a 16 litre in the running range. The fabrics are really nice. We found that they fit the majority of people, so they've done a good job at sort of mass producing that fit. And then they all vary. They've got a lot of pockets happening on the front. This particular model is a 16 litre one. It's got 1 bottle here and then a food compartment here. The other running specific one has 2 bottles on the front. You might not be eating so much. There's a couple of key differences.
Yeah, cool. And that soft bottle, it's got a soft bottle opposed to that hard bottle we showed us before.
The soft bottle is sort of...
Can you pull it out?
Yeah, the soft bottle is food grade silicone. Salomon now have actually taken this one step further and put a hard piece on the bottom, so it's easy to get back in the hole. Yeah, so it's a little bit difficult, but what this means is it's more comfortable on your chest. There's not as much rub and friction, and it's easy to obviously get water out. And then most of them are just 2 screws and open, and then you can refill nice and easy. So if you're crossing that coast to coast rivers or anything like that where you're just filling up on the go, then you can use something like this, and then also refilling at aid stations. Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
good stuff. Well, thanks heaps, Oscar. That's some good stuff to think about. 3 really interesting running vests opposed to packs, and hopefully you get out there, have an adventure, and enjoy it maybe a bit more with these as well.
Perfect. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate it. All good.